Sing no more, deities, sing no more of dumps so dull and heavy. The God of men was ever so, since summer first was leafy. And sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny. Hey, nonny, 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 no. Hey, nonny, 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 no.
By my troth, a good song.
My rejoice one and all, my brother has returned from the war and brings with him news that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
Oh, God be praised. Don Pedro is very near by now. He was not 3 leagues off when I left him.
Have you lost many gentlemen in this action?
Few, sister, and none of noble name.
A victory is twice blessed when the victor brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro hath bestowed much honor on the young Florentine Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and properly rewarded by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
I pray you, is Signor Braggadocio returned from the wars or no?
Well, there was none of that name in the army, niece.
Who is he that you asked for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many has Signor Benedict killed and eaten? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Oh, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much. But he'll match you, I doubt it not.
Oh, he hath done good service, niece, in these wars.
Perhaps you have much meat and he hath helped to eat it. He is a very valiant trenchman. He has an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
Oh, and a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man. For the stuffing, well, we are all mortal.
Oh, you must not, brother, mistake my niece. Remember that there is a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Alas, Signor Benedict gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went limping off, and now is the whole man governed by one. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
Come, niece, is it possible?
Very easily possible, uncle. He wears his faith as he does the fashion of his hat. It ever changes with the seasons.
I see, because the gentleman is not in your good books.
No, if he were, I'd burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion now? Is there no young fighter now who'll make a voyage with him to the devil?
Oh, he is most in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Good Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the plague, and the victim quickly runs mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it'll cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
Oh, Don Pedro approaches.
Oh,
Good Signora Leonata! Have you come to meet your trouble? The fashion of the world is to avoid trouble, and you encounter it.
Never comes trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace. But when you depart, sorrow abides and happiness takes his leave.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Yes.
Be happy, lady, for you are an honorable mother.
I wonder that you are still talking, Signor Benedict, since nobody marks you.
My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible? Disdain to die with such fine food to feed her as Signor Benedict. Oh, courtesy herself must convert to disdain when you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. Certainly that I am loved of all women, only you excepted. And I hope I find I have not a hard heart, but truly I love none.
God praise and be thankful to women. They would else be troubled by a pernicious suitor.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so that some gentleman or other shall escape a scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse if it were such a face as yours.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
Oh, a bird taught by my tongue is better than a beast taught by yours, for then it would be dumb.
I would that my horse had the speed of your tongue, but enough, I'm done.
Like an ill-conditioned horse, you always drop out of the race. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Leonata. Signor Benedict, Signor Claudio, my dear friend Leonata hath invited you all. I told her we would stay at the least a month, and she heartily prays some occasion will detain us longer. I guess that she is no hypocrite and prays from her heart.
If you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Let me bid you welcome, my lord. You're being reconciled to the prince, your brother. I owe you welcome too.
I thank you. Well, I'm not a man of many words, but I thank you.
Please, is your lord to join us?
Your arm, Leonata. We will go together.
Benedict, didst thou know the daughter of Signora Leonata?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
You question me as an honest man should do for my simple, true judgment, or would you have you speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her if you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into, but speak to this in earnest.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
You know, I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. Now there's her cousin. Was she not one of the Furies? She'd exceed her in beauty as much as the 1st of May to the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary. If here
Come
would be my
to
wife.
this! Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? But here comes Don Pedro to seek you.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonata's?
Oh, I wish your grace would command me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
Ah, you hear, Count Claudio? I can be as secret as a dumb man. But on my allegiance, mark you, on my allegiance. He is in love! With him! Mark you, your grace, how short his answer is. Impera, Leonata's short daughter.
Amen, if you love her, Claudio, for the lady is very worthy.
You speak this to trick me, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my, thanks, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is an opinion which fire cannot melt out of me. I will die for its sake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in scorning beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she likewise brought me up, I give her most humble thanks. But that I should ever marry, and wear the horns of a cuckold on my forehead, all women must pardon me. And the fine of which is that I may afford to dress the finer.
What, you will live a bachelor?
I shall see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sorrow, with hunger, my lord, but not with love.
Well, time will soften you. In the meantime, repair to Leonatus, give her my greetings, and tell her I will not fail her at supper, for indeed, she hath made great preparation.
I have almost matter enough of need for such an embassage. Ere you strain your wits any further, I leave you.
My liege, your highness now may do me good. Hath Leonata any son, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's her only heir. Dost thou then love her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord. When you did join the war, our former action, I looked on her with a soldier's eye, that liked, but had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. And now I am returned, and those war thoughts have left their places vacant, and their rooms from thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying, I liked her ere I went to war.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tire the here with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it, and I will speak with her and with her mother, and thou shalt have her. For in some thou lovest, so I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have reveling tonight. I shall assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio, and to her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my tale of love. Then after to her mother will I speak, and in conclusion she shall be thine. In practice, shall we now engage the plan?
Marry, my lord. Why are you so immeasurably grave?
There's no measure in gravity, 'tis without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient endurance.
I wonder that thou, knowing as thou dost that I am of a malevolent disposition, goest about to apply a moral medicine to a deadly disease. I cannot hide what I am. I must be serious when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and cater to no man's mood.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this till you can do it without restraint. You have of late rebelled against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his favor, for it is impossible that you should take true root, unless it is by the fair weather that you make yourself. You must mold the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be the worm in a rose than a rose in his favor, and it better fits my mood to be disdained by all than to pretend a love I do not feel. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, must not be denied, I am a plain-dealing villain. I've been trusted with a muzzle and a leash. Therefore, I decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my life. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make great use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Barachi?
I came yonder from the great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonada, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? Who is the fool to make such a choice?
Marry, it is your brother's right-hand man.
Who? Oh, the most exquisite Claudio.
Even he.
A proper squire. Which way looks he?
Marry on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonada.
How precociously practical of him. How came you by this?
I was reading in the library when entered the prince and Claudio in serious conference. I went me behind the curtain, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself in every way. You are both true and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us go to the great feast. Great is their cheer that I've been made subject to my brother. Would the cook were of my poisonous mind. Shall we go see what's to be done?
Will accompany your lordship.
Was Count John here at supper?
I saw him.
Oh, how sour that gentleman looks, sir. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He's of a very melancholy disposition.
Oh, an excellent man would be midway between him and Benedict. The one says nothing, and the other is ever more terrible.
Then have Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot on, and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
Oh, by my troth, niece, thou will never get thee a husband. Thou be so sharp of tongue.
If God send me no husband, he will be just, for which the blessing I thank him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I had rather lie in bed, wrapped in a woolen blanket.
You might find a husband who hath no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. He that is more than a youth is not for me, And he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore I will join the old maids and lead apes into hell.
Well, then go you into hell?
No, but to the gate. And there will the devil meet me like an old cuckold with horns on his head and say, "Get ye to heaven, Beatrice! Get ye to heaven! Here's no place for you maids." So I'll deliver up my apes and be off to St. Peter in heaven. He'll show me where the bachelors sit, and there we'll live merry as the day is long.
Well, my lady, I trust you will be ruled by your mother.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to curtsy and say, "Mother," as it pleases you. But yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Mother," as it pleases me.
Beatrice, I do hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. No, cuz, I'll none. Adam's sons are my brethren, and truly, I hold it a sin to match with my kindred.
Niece in Faith, your wit is sharp today.
Nay, my only desire is to keep all my wits about me.
The revelers are entering, mother.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
If you walk slowly and look sweetly and say nothing, I'm yours for the walk. And especially when I walk away.
With me in your company.
I may say so when I please.
And when please you to say so.
When I like your face.
Speak low if you speak low.
Well, I wish you would like me.
So would not I. For your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one.
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
And God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer amen.
No more words. I am answered.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, not now.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
No, you must cover me.
Well, then I am disdainful and that my wit is dull. Well, it must have been Signor Benedict that said so.
Who's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I. Believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, who is he?
Why, he's the prince's jester, a very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but carouses delight in him. I'm sure he's amongst our company. I wish he'd dare to match wits with me.
Well, I meet the gentleman. I'll tell him what you say.
Do. You would make a satirical jest or two on me, which, if not laughed at, will strike him into melancholy. And then there is a chicken leg saying, "For the fool will eat no supper that night." I must join the others. Oh, farewell.
Yeah, very good thing.
Surely my brother is enamored of Hero and hath withdrawn her mother to speak with her about it. Yet one mask remains.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very dear to my brother. Know you that he is enamored of Hero? Oh, I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal his birth. By this deed you do the part of an honorable man.
How know you he loves her?
Oh, I've heard him swear his affection.
Oh, so did I, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Let's go into the great feast.
Thus answer I in name of Benedict, but hear this news with ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so the prince moves for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things but in the office and affairs of love. Thus, let all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every man do courtship for himself and trust no agent. Suspect it not. Thus, farewell, Hero.
Now, Claudio,
Yea, the same.
come, will you go with me?
Whither?
To the willow tree of mourning lovers. About your own business, Count. In what fashion will you wear the garland of lost love? Around your neck like a creditor's chain? Or under your arm like a lieutenant's sash? You must wear it some way, for the prince hath won your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Oh, that's spoken like an honorable man. But did you think that the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. Though a boy has stolen your meat, you beat the post.
If you'll not leave me, then I'll leave you.
Alas, poor hurt fowl, now will he creep into the bushes. That my Lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool. Ha! It may be I go under that title because I am married. Yea, but I do myself wrong. I am not so reputed. The dark, bitter disposition of Beatrice assumes her own opinions the world's, and so describes me.
No, senor, where's the count? Do you see him?
My troth, my lord, I have been part of Lady Fay. I found him here, alone and melancholy. I told him, I think I told him true, that your grace upon the goodwill of his young lady. And I offered him my company to the willow tree. There to make him up a garland as being forsaken, to bind him up a rod as worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The transgression of a schoolboy, who finding a bird's nest, shows it to his companion, who steals it.
Would that make a trust a transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet it might not have been amiss if the garland may have robbed and made, and the garland too. For the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed on you as being worthy to be whipped.
I do but teach the bird to sing, and restore her to her owner.
If her singing answers your saying, by my faith, you speak honestly.
Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The gentleman who talked with her told her she is much wronged by you.
She abuses me past the endurance of a stone. She told me, not knowing that I was myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw whose muddy roads forced all to stay at home. She speaks daggers, and every word stabs. If her quips were as foul as a breath, none could live near her. She was set to the North Star. I would not marry her if she were endowed with all that Adam possessed before he fell. Come, speak not of her. You will find her to be the infernal goddess of discord in good apparel.
Look, here she comes!
Will your grace command me any duty to the world's end? I will fetch you a toothpick from the farthest edge of Asia. Pluck you a hair from the Emperor of Mongolia's beard. Bear you any message to the pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. Have you no employment for me?
Nothing but to desire your good company.
God is a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He loaned it to me for a while, and I gave him interest for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry, once before he won it from me with false dice. Therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I hope he would not do to me, my lord. Lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought you Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why? How now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick nor merry nor well, but grieved, my lord, of that jealous complexion.
Hey, lady, I think you speak true. Though I'll be sworn, if he be so, his imagination plays him false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have spoken with her mother, and her goodwill is obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match. May God's grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the most perfect herald of joy. I'd be but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give myself away for you, and love the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak.
Brave lady, you have a merry heart.
Oh, yea, my lord, I thank you, poor fool. Keeps on the lighter side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good lord, for marriage, thus goes everyone in the world but I. For I'm sunburnt, not fair enough. So I'll sit in a corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
Oh, I would rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace not a brother like you? Your father begot excellent husbands if a maid could come by
Will you
them.
have me, lady?
No, my lord. Not unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence would most offend me. For to be merry best becomes you. Out of question, you were born in a merry hour.
No, surely, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star that danced, and under that was I born.
Cousins, God give you joy.
Oh, niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry your mercy. By your grace's pardon.
In faith, a pleasant-spirited lady.
Oh, there is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and not even sad then. For my daughter has said that Beatrice often dreams of unhappiness, yet still wakes herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear the husband.
Oh, by no means, no. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord, my lord. If they were but married a week, they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches to love have all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son. And a time too soon, too, to prepare all things to answer my mind.
Come, you shake your head at so long a delay, but I warn thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. In the interim, I shall undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you three will administer such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I am with you, though it cost me 10 nights' sleep.
And I, my lord.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the worst husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of noble character, proven valor, and confirmed honesty. I will teach you how to influence your cousin Beatrice so that she will fall in love with Benedict. And I, with all of your helps, will so trick Benedict that despite his quick wit and queasy stomach, he will fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, and we'll be the only love gods. Go with me, and I will tell you my plan.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment would be medicine to me. I am sick of feigning peace with him. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Well, not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
You know how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Beatrice.
Of course.
I could, at any instant of the night, appoint her to look out at Hero's chamber window.
What be the life in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to prepare. Go you to the prince, your brother. Tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose reputation you mightily praise, to so contaminated a trollop as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to deceive the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonata. Look you for any other outcome?
Only to spite them.
Go then. Find a convenient hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. Pretend devotion, both to the prince and Claudio, saying the love of your brother's honor, who has made this match, and his friend's reputation, who is thus like to be cheated with the semblance of a maid, has led you to reveal this. You will scarcely believe it without trial. Offer them instances. Then bring them to see me at Hero's chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero. Bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. In the meantime, I will arrange that Hero shall be absent. Thus there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that suspicion shall be called certainty, and all the preparations overthrown.
Despite the disasters it spawns, I will put it into practice. Be cunning in the working of this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I will go learn the day of their marriage.
I do wonder that one man, seeing how much other men are fools when they dedicate themselves to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the object of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music in him, but the drum and the fife of war. Now we'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe of peace. I have known when he wanted to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and a soldier. Now as he turned poet, his words were a very fanciful banquet. Could I be so transformed and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. But I will take my oath on it that love shall not make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all favors be in one woman shall never come in my favor. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none of her. Virtuous, I'll never speak for her. Fair, I'll never look on her. Noble, will come not near me. Have good conversation, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of what color it please God. Oh, here comes the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide myself in the arbor.
See you, Benedict hath hid himself.
Oh, very well, my lord.
Leonard, what was it you told me today? That your niece Beatrice is in love with Signor Benedict.
Oh, aye. Hunt on, the bird sits. I never did think that lady would love any man.
No, nor I neither.
But most miraculous that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behaviors seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in this corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think, but that she is maddened by her affection.
Or maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit?
There never was counterfeit came so near the passion of life as she reveals it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She simply, sits. You have heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
I should think this a trick, but that the art herself speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide himself in such, reverence.
Has she made her affections known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true indeed, or so Hero says. Shall I, says Beatrice, that have so often countered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
Thus says she when she's beginning to write her. For there she will sit in her nightdress until she have writ a sheet of paper.
She then tears the letter into 1,000 pieces and rails at herself that she should be so immodest as to write to one whom she knows will mock her. I judge him by my own spirit, for I should mock him if he writ to me. Yea, though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, and prays, "Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience."
She doth indeed. My daughter tells us so. And the passion hath so much overwhelmed her that my daughter is sometimes afeard that she will do desperate violence to herself. I am worried for her, and I have just cause, being her aunt and having been her guardian.
It is very true. It were good that she knew of it by some other messenger if she will not divulge it.
To what end? He would make but sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
If he should, it would be an act of charity to hang him. She's an excellent, sweet lady. Beyond question, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict.
That's true indeed.
And when she bestowed her love on me, I would have married her myself. I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
Were it good, think you?
Hero thinks she surely will die, for she says she will die if he love her not. And she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if he woo her, rather than restrain one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She does well. If she should offer him her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you all know, hath a contemptuous spirit.
He is a very handsome man.
He hath indeed a fine appearance.
And in my mind, very wise.
He does show some sparks of wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
A Trojan actor, I assure you. But still, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her overcome it with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. Her heart will overcome her first.
So we will hear more of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is of so good a lady. Dinner's ready!
My lords, will you join us?
If you do not love her after this, I will never trust my own home.
Let the same net be spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. The sport will be when Beatrice and Benedict hold both the opinion of the other's love. That's the scene I want to see. That is struck dumb. They won't know what to say to the other. Let us send her to call him in to dinner.
Oh, yes.
This can be no trick. That conference was serious. They had the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady, that her affections have overcome her. Love me. It must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I discover the love comes from her. They say also that the lady would die rather than show any sign of affection. You know, I never did think to marry. I shall not be proud. Happy is he who hears his faults and then mends them. Oh, they say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so, cannot be denied. And wise, but for loving me. That is no argument to her wit. No, nor any great argument to her folly either, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may perchance have a few witty jests tossed at me, because I have railed so long against marriage, but does not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth, he cannot endure in his age. Should a few witty jests frighten a man from following his fancy? No, the world must be peopled! When I said that I would die a bachelor, I did not think I would live till I were married. Oh, here comes Lady Beatrice. By this light, she is a fair lady.
Against my will, they have sent me to bid you come in to dinner.
Aye, sweet Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure in the message, then?
Yay! Just so much as you may put upon a knife's point. Oh, have you no stomach, signor? Fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that! I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me, which is as much as to say, any pains I take for you are as easy as thanks. Oh, if I do not take pity on her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I am a beast. I will go get a picture.
Good Constance! Go find you Beatrice in discourse with the Prince and Claudio. Whisper to her that Ursula and I walk in the garden and that our discourse is all of her. Better to hide herself amongst the trees to listen to our talk. This is my office, fare thee well in it.
And I will make her come, I warrant you.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do pace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. Let it be thy part when I do name him, to praise him more than e'er man did deserve. My talk to thee must be how Benedick is sick in love with Beatrice. And thus is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, that wounds alone by hearsay. Now begin, for Beatrice comes to hear our conference.
The best angling is now to see the fish quite greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for yonder Beatrice. Fear not you for my part in our discourse.
Then go we near her, that her ear lose not the false sweet bait we lay down for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too proud. I know her spirits are as rough and wild as wild hawks in flight.
But are you sure that Benedick loves Beatrice so much?
So says the prince and my betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, ma'am?
They did entreat I tell her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedick, to wish him a wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall count upon?
God of love! I know he does deserve as much as may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice.
Oh!
Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love. She has no sense of what devotion means. She only loves herself.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport of it.
Yes, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how finely featured, but she would spell him backward, finding fault. Thus turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which merit and sincerity doth earn.
And to be sure, such jesting's not commendable.
To be so very odd and hard to please as Beatrice is cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she'd mock and press me on to death with wit. Therefore let Benedick, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die from scorn. Achoo!
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick and counsel him to fight against his love. And truly, I'll devise some harmless slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may thus poison liking.
Do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
He is the best man of all Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
I pray you be not angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy. Signor Benedick, for shape, for bearing, argument, and valor goes foremost in report through Italy.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
Oh, his excellence did earn it, ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day beyond tomorrow. Come, I'll show thee various gowns and have thy counsel which is best to deck me in.
She's hooked, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If this proves so, then loving goes by haps. Some cupids kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fires in mine ears? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. No praise do we all hear about them as such. And Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it now, and now can sigh.
I do stay to be married, and then I go toward Aragon.
I'll accompany you thither, my lord, if you'll permit me.
Nay, that would be as great a stain on the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child a new coat and forbid him to wear it. I do request Benedict's company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot, he is all mirth.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are more serious.
I hope he be in love.
Oh no, there's not a drop of love in him. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
What, sigh for the toothache?
Well, everybody can master a grief, but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
There's no appearance of love in him.
If he be not in love, there is no believing old signs. He brushes his hat in the morning.
What does that bode?
He rubs himself with musk. Can you smell enough by that?
That's as much as to say the sweet youth in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
His jesting spirit now sounds the notes of a plaintive love song.
Indeed, that tells the melancholy tale for him. So, conclude that he's in love.
I know who loves him.
This is no charm for the toothache. Madam, will you walk aside with me? I've studied 8 or 9 wise words to speak to you which these jokesters must not hear.
My life to inform her about Beatrice.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good afternoon, brother.
If your leisure serves, I would speak with you.
In private?
If it please you, yet Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
No, I know it not, when he knows what I know.
If there be any obstacle, I pray you, discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and assess me better by that I now reveal. For my brother, I think he esteems you well, and hath helped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely a request ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
Oh, I came hither to tell you, and to shorten the tale, for she is not worth more mention. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Leonatus Hero, your hero. Every man's hero.
Disloyal?
Oh, the word is too good to picture her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you of a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Oh, wonder not till you have further proof. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it had better fit your honor to change your mind.
Can this be so?
I will not think it.
If you dare not trust what you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see anything tonight showing why I should not marry her tomorrow, then, in the church there where I should wed her, will I shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. Say nothing of this until midnight. Let the issue present itself, a plague right well prevented.
Well, Constance! Constance, I say!
Here, man, I'm at thy elbow.
And the mass! Put that word another rogue!
I will owe thee an answer for that. And now, forward with thy tale.
Stand thee close then, and I will utter all to thee.
Enough! Oh, enough. Tell me thy news.
Therefore, know I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
That shows thou art inexperienced. Though by birth I am a gentleman, fate and bad company have driven me to villainy this past 7 years. If I weren't a drunken rogue, I'd rule the everything.
Thou hast shifted yet again out of thy tale.
Not so neither. Know that tonight I have wooed Margaret, the Lady Beatrice's gentlewoman, calling her the name of Hero. She leans out at Hero's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good. I tell this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince and Claudio, planted, placed, and possessed by our master Don John, saw from afar in the orchard this amorous encounter.
And thought they Margaret was indeed Hero?
2 of them did, the prince and Claudio, but the devil our master knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had made, away when Claudio, enraged, he swore he would meet her, as he was appointed, tomorrow morning at the church, and there before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw tonight, and send her home again without a husband.
This is the most dangerous piece of villainy that was e'er known in Messina. Your knavery will surely kill sweet Lady Hero. It cannot be. I must shift my lord from such a plot.
Her angry words drive off the fumes of drink and set my heart afire to repent.
John, I think your other chain were better. No? Maybe, good Ursula, I'll wear this. I like your new tiara excellently. And your dress is a most rare fashion of thing. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that they praise so. Oh, that's beautiful, they say. By my troth, it's but a nightgown next to yours. It's cloth of gold, laced with silver, set with pearls along the sleeves and the skirt. But for a fine, elegant, graceful, and excellent fashion, yours is worth 10 of it. God give me joy to wear it. My heart is exceeding heavy.
It'll be heavier soon with the weight of a man.
Fie upon the confidence, but thou not ashamed. I want you to be ashamed, my lady, of speaking honorably. Was not marriage honorable, even in a beggar? Is not your lord honorable now before your marriage?
And he's a man. I think you would have me say a husband. Yes, soon he'll be your husband. So my plain speaking should offend nobody. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? Neither, I think, if it be the right husband and the right wife. Ask my Lady Beatrice. Here she comes.
Oh, good morrow, Count.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now do you speak in a sick tune?
I'm out of all other tunes, methinks. Oh, 'tis almost 6 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time we were ready. By my troth, I am exceeding ill. Hey-ho.
Why? For a hawk, a horse, or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all, H. I ache all over.
Well, if you have not renounced your former vows against love, there's no more sailing by the North Star.
What mean you, I wonder?
Nothing I, but God send everyone their heart's desire.
These gloves the Count sent me are scented with a lovely perfume. I am stuffed, cousin, I cannot smell. A maid and stuffed, there's a cold to catch. God help me, how long have you embraced the role of wit? Ever since you left it for another's embrace. By my troth, I am sick.
Get you some medicinal herb, cuz, and lay it on your heart. It's the only thing for you.
There thou prickest her. Do you have some moral in this jest? Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. Only a plain meaning. You may think, perchance, that I think you are in love. Oh. Nay, by Our Lady, I am not such a fool to think what I know. That despite your former protestations, you are in love. Benedict was such another, and now he has become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, despite his vows, he has an appetite for his meat. Like any other. How you came to be converted, I know not, and yet methinks you look with your eyes as other women do. It is time we withdraw, cousin. The prince, the count, Signor Benedict, John and all the gallants of the town come soon to fetch you. Oh.
Come, Friar Francis. Be brief. Give only the plain form of marriage. You may recount their particular duties later.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
You come to marry her, father. He comes to be married to her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know of any impediment why you should not be joined, I charge you on your souls to utter it. Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what mothers do, not knowing that they do. Now, father, stand thee by and mother by your leave. Will you, with free and unconstrained soul, give me to wed this maid you call your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back? Whose worth may compensate this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you teach me noble thankfulness. There, Leonata, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the semblance of true faith and love. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what convincing show and look of truth can cunning sin disguise itself withal. Would you not swear that blush shows modesty and evidence that she's a virtuous maid? But she is none. These are but lying shows. She knows the heat of lustful, sinful bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
My lord, if you have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity.
I know what she would say. If I have known her, you'll say she did embrace me as her husband, and so extenuate the forehand sin. No, I ne'er tempted her with words too hot, but as a brother to his sister, showed bashful sincerity and fitting love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
How would be? Seemed? Oh yes, you seemed indeed. You seemed to me, Diana, in her moon, as chaste as is the butter it shall bloom. But you're even more passionate in your blood than Venus, or an animal unrestrained.
My lord, well, that you doth speak so cruel.
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common whore.
Are these things spoken? Or do I but dream?
Ma'am, they are spoken, and these things are true.
True? Oh, God.
Leonata, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All this is true, my lord. But what of this?
One question let me ask unto your daughter, and by the power of a mother's love that you demand that she doth answer true.
I charge thee do so, as thou art my child.
God defend me. How am I beset? What kind of catechise you call you this?
To make you answer to your own true name.
Is it not hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
That hero can. Hero herself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight at your own window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why, then you are no maiden. Leonata, I am sorry you must hear. Upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this wronged count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, where he indeed, most like a boastful villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, or not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in speech without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy lack of self-control.
Oh, hero, what a hero hadst thou been, if half thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety and impious purity. For thee, I'll lock up all the gates of love, and on my eyelid shall suspicion hang, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm. and never shall I see it virtuous.
Well, now, cousin, wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light, smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help not. Hero, why? Hero. I've seen your Benedict cry.
Oh, fate! Take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that could be wished for.
Now, cousin Hero.
Have comfort, ladies.
And dost thou pray?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why doth not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Oh, do not live, hero. Do not ope thine eyes. Grieved I had but one. Oh, one too much in thee.
Oh, man, be patient. I know for my part I am struck dumb. I don't know what to say.
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
Truly not. Although until last night I have this 12 months been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Confirmed! Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie, who loved her so? Would he, when speaking of her blackened soul, have wept real tears? We must go hence from here, and let her die.
Hear me, my friends, for silent have I been to observe the lady well, and have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions. To start in her face, 1,000 maiden chains and angel whiteness speed away those blushes. And in her eye hath appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Trust not my faith, trust not my calling, nor theology, my observations, nor experience. If this sweet lady sit not guiltless here beneath some horrid error.
No, thou errest. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation, for she denies it not.
Dear girl, what man is he you're accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth allow, let all my sins lack mercy. If you prove that man with me conversed and properly rejects me, hate me, torture me to death.
There has been some error by the princes.
Two of them are the very soul of honor. And if their wisdom must be misled in this, the plotting of it lives with John the bastard, whose spirits toil to fashion villainies.
I know not, but if they do speak truth, these hands shall tear her, and if they dishonor her, the proudest of them shall well hear of it.
So let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the princess left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed. Maintain a show of mourning and perform the rites of burial at your families too.
What will this do? What will result in this?
If this be well performed, it shall change slander to remorse. That is some good. But more, she dying, as so you must claim, upon the instant she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused by every hearer. For so it falls out that we value not to the worth while we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why then we value it. And so will Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, her living image shall more sweetly creep into his heart, his inner eye, his soul, than when she lived indeed. And though he thought his accusations proved true, then Hero, clean of sin, will see success in love. But if the accusations are proved true, the supposition of the lady's death will quench the wonder at her infamy. You may conceal her as befits her sins in some reclusive and religious life, away from eyes and wagging tongues and injuries.
Senor Leonardo, let the friar advise you. And though you know my deep affect and respection go the prince and Claudio, yet upon mine honor, in this matter I will deal as secretly and justly as your soul should with your spirit.
Being that I am blind with grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away, for to strange wounds we must apply strange cures. Come, lady. Die to live. This wedding day is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I do not desire that.
You have no need to ask it, I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very easy way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so much as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as is the thing I know it not. It is as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not. And yet I lie not. I confess nothing. And yet I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear lest you needs eat your vow.
I will swear by my sword that you love me, and I will make him eat my sword that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your words?
No, I protest I love thee.
Why then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have detained me at the proper hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
Do so with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet
I
Beatrice.
am gone though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay, I pray you let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith I will go.
We'll be friends first.
'Tis easier to claim to be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio an enemy?
Is he not a proven villain who hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, unmitigated rancor. Oh, God, that I were a man. I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man out a window.
Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counts. Surely a princely testimony, a fine tale by a handsome count, a sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into courtesies, valor into politeness, and men are only turned into tongues, and splendid ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice, by this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Certain are you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero.
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am pledged. I will challenge him. Come, I will kiss your hand, and so leave you. And by this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go, you must comfort your cousin. I must say that she is dead. And so, farewell.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself.
Antonio, I pray thee, cease thy counsel, and let no comforter delight thine ear, but such a one whose wrongs do pair with mine. Bring me a mother who so loved her child, whose joy of hers overwhelmed like mine, and bid her speak of patience. But there is no one to give advice to soothe black rage.
Therein do we from children nothing differ.
I pray thee, peace. I will be flesh and blood.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Make those that do offend you suffer too.
There thou speak'st reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know. And so the prince and all of them that thus dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good afternoon.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonarda.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, Signora.
If she could right herself with quarreling, some of us would join her.
Who wrongs her?
Mary, thou dost wrong her, thou dissembler thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Indeed, plague take my hand if it should give your sex such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant not to touch my sword.
Touch, man. Never sneer or jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool, nor like a woman neither. Claudio, thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me, that I am forced, despite my softer sex, to challenge thee to trial of a man.
In truth, you say not right.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Away. I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so mock me? Thou hast killed my innocent child, so why not thou kill me, her mother, too?
He shall kill the two of us, the boy indeed, but that's no matter. Let him kill me first. Come, follow me, boy. Come, sir boy, come follow me.
Brother.
Leave this to me. God knows I love my niece, and she is dead. Slandered to death by villains, boys, braggarts, knaves, cowards, both of them.
But, brother...
Don't worry now, I know the types I do. They lie, cheat, flout, degrade and slander, then speak out half a dozen dangerous words, how they might hurt their enemies if they durst, and this is all.
Brother Antonio.
Come, don't fret, don't you meddle. Let me deal in this.
My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon mine honor she was charged with nothing but what was true and very fully proved.
My lord. My lord.
I will not hear you.
No. I will be heard.
Come, sister, away. She shall be heard, or some of you will smart for it.
Here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
We almost came in time to find a fray.
We almost had our two noses snapped off.
By Leonata and her brother. What thinkest thou?
In false quarrel there is no true valor. I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee. For we are in truth melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Is that where thy wit by thy side? I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What? Courage, man! What, though care kill the cat? Thou hast spirit enough in thee to kill care.
Sir, I pray you choose another subject.
My troth, he is mad indeed.
Sir, a word in your ear.
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I am in earnest. You will answer my challenge, or I will proclaim your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you, if you provide the meal.
What? A feast? A feast! I'll tell thee how Beatrice appraised thy wit the other day. I said, thou hast a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. What? No, said I, a great wit. Right, said she, a great fat one. Nay, said I, a good wit. Just, said she, it hurts nobody. Thus spoke she an hour together, distorting thy particular virtues. At last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the handsomest man in Italy.
For the which she wept heartily, and said she cared not.
Now when shall we set that savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yes, and the text underneath, here dwells Benedict, the married man.
Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. But my lord Blackbeard here, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
He's in earnest.
In most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And have challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
But a moment, did he not say my brother has fled? How now, the priest and one of my brother's followers. Father, what offense hath this man committed?
By the cross, my lord. A black sin indeed, but Borachio sought me out himself.
I have shriven him. God in his mercy hath forgiven him. Though I be sworn to secrecy by the sacrament, he cannot reveal the sin. Horatio himself desired to confess to you, his temporal lord and commander. I will go fetch Signor Leon.
What's your offense, Horatio?
Sweet prince, let me go no further to mine answer. Let you hear me, and let this count kill me. I have deceived in your very eyes. I have belied a lady. Although your wisdoms uncovered not my faithlessness, my heart soon began to burn. Ale did not quench that fire, but loosened my tongue to boast in the night to Constance how Don John, your brother, incited me to slander the Lady Hero. How you were brought into the orchard to see me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you, Count, disgraced Hero when you should marry her. E'en as I boasted to Constance, my heart burned all the more fiercely. Soon I left her to search for Friar Francis, who soothed my soul, e'en as he quenched the raging fire within. My villainy in detail he has upon record, which I had rather confirm with my death than repeat still more to my shame. The lady is dead because of mine and my master's false accusations. Briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
But did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, and pay me richly for the practice of
He is composed complete of treachery, and he is fled upon this villainy.
Indeed, Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away.
Sweet Hero, now that image doth appear as rare and pure as when I loved it first.
Is this the villain? Let me see his eyes, that when I note another man like him, I may avoid him.
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yes, even I alone.
No, thou not so. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third has fled that had a hand in it. I thank thee, princes, for my daughter's death. Recorded with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to beg your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose on me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. And yet to satisfy my dear old friend, I would bend under any heavy weight that she would bind me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both. Tomorrow morning come you to my house. And since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter that's almost the copy of my child that's dead. She alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
A noble thought. I do embrace your offer. So dispose of wretched Claudio as pleaseth you.
I'll take my leave to speak to Margaret now. She, I believe, was part of all this wrong, hired to it by Don John.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew not what she did when she did speak to me, but always hath been just and virtuous in anything I do know by her.
I thank thee, Father, for thy honest pains.
And I praise God for you, your lady.
Oh, I'll take charge of the penitent. There's for the church.
God bless you, ladyship.
My lords, farewell.
Well, my lords, we look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight, I'll mourn with Hero.
We will go find from Margaret now how her acquaintance with this lewd fellow grew.
Pray thee, Mistress Constance, do some well at my hand by helping me to speak with Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
Oh, the high style, Constance, for thy wit is as quick as a greyhound, and thou deservest it.
And yours is blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit but hurt not.
I have a most manly wit, Constance. It will not hurt a woman. If I say, pray thee, call Beatrice.
Well, I will call Beatrice to you, whom I think hath legs.
And that will come. The God of love that sits above and knows me and knows me. Pitiful I deserve. Oh, I am lamentable at rhyming. But in loving, a whole bookful of so-called gallants whose names run smoothly on the even road of blank verse were never turned so over and over as my poor self is in love. But I cannot say it in rhyme. I've tried. I can find out no rhyme for lady, but baby. An innocent rhyme. For school, fool. A babbling rhyme. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet. I cannot woo in such terms. Sweet Beatrice, you come when I call thee.
Yea, signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, we'll save it till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. Yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came for, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Naught but foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noxious. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Claudio hath received my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will proclaim him coward. And now I pray thee, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so artfully a state of evil, they will not admit any good part intermingle with them. But, for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. Good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
Oh, in spite of your heart, I think. Oh, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
You and I are too wise to woo peaceably. And how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill, too.
Love God, love me, and men.
Mistress!
Hey, that I leave you for here is one in
You
haste.
come to your arms all a flutter. It is proved that my Lady Nero hath been falsely accused. The Prince and Claudio, mightily deceived, and Don John, who is the author of all, is fled. Will you come at once? Will you go hear this news, signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thine eyes. Moreover, I will go to your arms.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So are the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the accusation that you heard debated. But Margaret was in some fault of this, although against her will, as it appears upon investigation of the facts.
Well, I'm glad that all things sort so well.
As am I, being else by love enforced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Well, daughter, Beatrice, Constance, and Ursula, withdraw from here alone, and when I send for thee, come hither masked. The Prince and Claudio are promised to visit me this morning. So we shall move forward and go forth. You know your brother, your office brother. You shall be father to your sister's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with true sincerity.
Oh.
Father, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what service for you, senor?
To bind me. Or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonardo, truth it is that your niece looks upon me with an eye of love.
That eye my daughter lent her. 'Tis most true.
And I do with an eye of love requite her.
The sight whereof I think you had from me, my brother, Claudio, and from the prince.
Your answer, ma'am, is enigmatical. But For my will, I would this day be joined in the state of marriage honourable, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my hope. Now here comes the Prince and Claudio.
Tomorrow, 'tis fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you still determined to marry today with my brother's daughter?
I'd hold my mind, no matter what she were.
Call her forth, brother. Here's the friar ready.
Tomorrow, Benedict.
Hey, brother. Is this the lady I must wed today?
The same is she, and I do give you her.
Why, then she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this priest and swear your vows to her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
Former hero, the hero that is dead.
She died, my lord, but while Sir Slander lived.
All this amazement I'll explain to you. Once the holy rites are done, then shall I tell you of fair hero's death. But now to wed we should without delay.
A moment, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why, no, no more than reason.
What? Then your aunt, the Prince and Claudio, are much mistaken, for they swore that you did.
Do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why, then my cousin Hero and Ursula are much deceived, for they swore that you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly, just as any friend might love.
Come, niece, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For there's a paper written in his hand, a lipping something so holy, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's one more, written in my cousin's hand, ta'en from a room, containing affection unto Benedict.
Oh, here's a miracle. Their own hands against us. Oh, I will have thee. But by this light, I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were fading, sure.
Oh, come. Stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
Tell you what, Prince, entire company of witcrackers cannot mock me out of my humor. And being that I have determined to marry, never mock me for what I said against marriage in the past. For though a man may be of a changeable nature, this is my final decision. For thy part, Claudio, I had thought to duel with thee, but in that thou art to be my kinsman, live unharmed and love my cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, that I might have cudgeled thee out of thy single life.
Oh, come, Claudio, peace, we are friends. Oh, Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife.
Sigh no more, ladies, sigh no more. Love will redeem them ever. When day is done, their hearts are one, and will be ours forever. So sigh not so, for you shall know the joy of love most bonny. And you shall sing of days in spring and nights of nonny nonny. Hey nonny 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 no. Hey nonny 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 no. Hey nonny nonny.